Okay, so that's the reason when I messaged you, I messaged good morning without realizing that you are in India. Right. So, right. So that's on our part, and we have our own wallet system. You must be aware of our own, financial transaction that we do, which is being currently used by Dean clients. Okay, daily. So basically, we have different functionality in it. Most prominently is doing a transaction. It could be UK domestic transfer within UK or international transfer, that is uh, Euro and USD. Okay, which for us is an international transaction and Euro transaction. So based on that, there are subsequent features like reports, statements, how the transaction will look like, and mapping. This is mostly into access management. So that's on the high level. I'll definitely give you a walkthrough about our system. Okay, later. So that's on our end. So what we need from you is, which you already done, is like, basically on the testing side. So I believe you done automation testing when you last assigned with us.
Yes, that was the automation testing. Correct.
That was the automation testing. So what do you do currently? Like, what is your background? Just to
So
understand.
I am my background is of a quality analyst testing, and I have more than 10 years now on the testing front. And I
Okay.
basically work on projects related to manual testing, automation testing, and API database testing performance for a while. So I have been into testing domain, and I work for companies whenever they require work as a freelancer. Right now, I have joined your team. So my background is all on the testing side. I have done testing only.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so all type
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh.
various. I have worked on fintech products as well. Actually have tested MoneyGram.
Oh,
MoneyGram.
right, right.
Yeah,
MoneyGram. It's
yeah.
money transfer
Correct, correct.
remittance.
So I was a
It's
part of
quite.
MoneyGram testing team as well, and in
Oh, excellent.
India also there is a product called Super Money. Uh, so that also I have tested. So I have worked on fintech
Oh, that's good.
products as
That's
well.
good.
So I have an idea how it works.
Yeah, yeah. So you definitely understand how transaction works,
Yeah,
and the nitty-gritties of the if money doesn't reach on time, So,
yeah.
so yeah, so correct. So what? How do you suggest? How do we start with this thing? How do you like to start?
Right.
On
So
any?
basically,
Yeah.
one way to start is that I get the understanding of the product where you can just give a small walkthrough and any documentation or anything I can play around and get to understand the application, and then if there is any immediate deliverables which I can move on, or I can based on the understanding, if there is any deliverable which we are doing, I can understand how that is there and write test cases for that, because test cases is something which we will document to understand what is going to be tested. When we say the application is tested, there has to be some baseline on which we would say that this has been done, this has been done. It may not be very detailed, but at least all the it should document should capture all the scenarios which are there. So whenever there is a release which is planned, so I can immediately jump in and put my value there in testing the application and finding bugs and getting it fixed from the developers and verifying them. And later on, if we want, if it has become more stable and there's a new release which is coming, new area or new bug fixes, and the old one is stabilized, we can slowly automate that as well, so that when we are doing regression we don't have to repeat the same thing manually, if we have the. So this is a basic process by which we can start, if that makes sense to you.
Correct, correct. So you're right on track. So of course, demo will be given to you. I will be giving you a demo. Uh, so so basically, just to give you a background, this system that we use, right? We have different levels in it. Okay.
Hmm.
So when I give you a walkthrough, definitely your test cases you will be preparing based on that understanding. So that's why I'll demo is quite important, because functionality per se, it's similar. You do transaction, you view it, that's it. But then there are certain complexities that come, because there are different levels. Like our clients are at a different level. Okay, they have certain permissions, certain activities that they do, that comes to a level above. you know so so that is all scattered. So definitely we'll go through the demo. And see, currently how we do, like we have a we don't we try to deploy every week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Production deployment. So what we do, we do all those changes, whatever it is, like mostly UI, and if it is a backend, or we accumulate it. We do our level of testing. But yeah, as you mentioned, we also need to do regression testing. That's precisely, your we wanted someone like you to be part of it, because once we do work on one change, sometimes the existing functionality is
Yes.
not tested. You
Yeah.
know, like how it impacts the
Correct.
already existing functionality that you do. So I believe, yeah, definitely we need to look into it. I understand, it will take time, or if it takes time, I do understand that, but we'll go through it. So just to let you know, it's not like we have a scheduled thing, like
Mm-hmm.
this day there will be a
Yeah.
release, like in other Scrum teams, like in other fintechs you have, like Mondays, you have a discussion about the change. By Tuesday you have a developer developing something, then the tester comes, he does the testing purpose, shares his
Yeah.
result, then any rework and retrospect, and then the deployment, isn't it? That's
Mm-hmm.
a normal Scrum cycle we follow.
Right.
But over here, it could be anything. Requirements will come anytime, anywhere. But we will accumulate it, okay? And no worries, we will definitely plan it accordingly. So that's one thing. And yeah, test case preparation, definitely we need to create test cases. And we do have a release notes of the functionalities that we have delivered. So I can give you access to that. In fact, I can show it to you now itself. Okay. Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Let me know if you can.
Yes, I can see it now.
You can see. So this is our website, CFS Ziptech. Okay. So over here, whenever we do a deployment, we have under resources release notes section. So since Jan 2023, we have published everything. Just to open any one of them. So it's pretty simple. There was a requirement uh, wherein we were. It was already developed, so we added some new feature. Okay, in this report, then we introduced a new report, IBAN list. Okay, so okay, unfortunately, it doesn't show the complete picture. But yeah, so this is a
Mm-hmm.
high level thing. Okay, so let me see if I'm logged in. I'm not logged in right now, because that would have shown you. Right, just one moment. Okay, let me
Yeah.
stop sharing.
Sure.
Getting a call. One moment. Just one moment. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, Dhruva.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, I'm gonna share it again. Wait a minute. Yep, here you go. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So just to start with, we have different environments currently. We have a dev environment, we have a stage environment, and then the production environment. Production is the one where actual users are using it, which is operation thing. Dev is where uh, we deploy any new changes, the developers develop, and so pretty much it has everything. Then stage is an environment where we try to keep it as similar to prod. Okay, so anytime we want to deploy anything, if there is a new change, first we deploy it in dev, we test it, then when we plan, okay, these many Jiras we want to accumulate and deploy in prod, we move them to stage. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all working fine, testing. Then when we plan for prod, we move it to prod. Okay, so that's how it is. Now what you see on the screen is a link for a development system. Okay, and this is how the login page looks like. Okay, you have a company logo. Okay, over here, then pretty much privacy policy, terms and conditions, then need help section. Okay, and then forget username. Okay, then forget password again. Right now, before I start, I'll just show you a map. Okay, you can see the screen, isn't it?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. So basically, okay, just ignore. Yeah. Basically, we have three levels that I was mentioning. This is the first one, owner. Okay. Under that, we have program managers. Program managers. Then under that, okay, under program managers, there will be individual users, corporates, and sub-program manager. Okay, and under sub-program manager, there could be individual users, corporates, and admin users. So basically, what happens? Owner is the primary company. Okay,
Okay.
that is us. Under us, we have agents. Okay, so those agents, they will have a separate link. So what you see over here is the owner's link.
Okay.
Okay, and this is the owner's logo. Okay, this is CFS Zip Limited. Okay, so that's the parent fintech company. And then we only have admin users who log in over here. We don't have any direct corporates under owner. But what we have is any agents that we have, right? We have them as program managers.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, in this, where is it? You see this. The link that I opened is of owners.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then under that, next level is program manager. So program managers, we have two companies. Take for example, this is one company called Spacetel. There's another company called Zipcard, which comes under this owner. Okay. Now these this program manager, right? They can also have another agent under them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with a different login link and stuff. So they are called sub-program managers. Okay. So this Spacetel has two sub-program managers. So this is the link for them. So this is the dummy company name that we give, like for VoiceTech, SPM Forest. Okay, and similarly for Zipcard, there are two more sub-program managers. Okay, now I'll take a step back. In program manager, what happens? Any link, okay, any level, you have a staff or admin user.
Mm-hmm.
Since this is owner, I mentioned owner admin or owner staff. If it is PM, PM admin, SPM, SPM admin, that will be standard. So they will have access to a lot of menus. Then under that, under PM, we have a there could be agents, okay, under this program manager who don't want to have a separate link. Okay, they are not separate companies. So they get onboarded as corporates under this. Okay, they will be also using the same link as Paystel, but they will have limited features. Okay, not all the menus they will see. Now let me log into owner since I was here, right? You can see.
Yes, I can see.
Hello.
Yeah, I can see.
I think I just got disconnected for a while, so I don't know what happened. Right. So let me log in. Okay, this is owner logging in. Login. We have a two-factor authentication as well. Okay, enter that. So you need to download Google Authenticator or any authenticator app. Okay, right. Now, let's make it small. So this user logged in. So you see the user ID over here. And what profile is it? Add. Now if you look around, there are different menus. Okay, the logo is here. Accounts. They can request for new account. New account means IBAN. So they click here. They write the name. Something. From the drop down, select the currency. Fair enough. And click on create account. Okay, so what happens now? Only the request is created. So for IBAN, I'll give you the steps as well. When an IBAN is requested, one is the request step. Second is account fulfillment. So basically, what we do, you see there is a new menu over here called account fulfillment. I click that. Okay, this is the account I requested, isn't it? Earlier. Yeah, this is the name. Currency GBP. Who's the user? This one. Okay. So by default, if an admin, okay, when they request an account, right? By default, it's tagged as an operation account. Okay. So that's one thing. And if you see, we have a view details button over here. When I click on it, it opens up a form. Okay. What it does, it pre-fills all the known details of this request. Now, account owner is CFS Zip. So CFS Zip is nothing but this company that I logged into, which is the owner. Okay, so I'm requesting at this level, isn't it? And the account name is the name that the user gave it, created by this guy, currency GBP, okay, and requested on, modified on, request reason, no, it was not filled, so that's why you don't see anything. And this is a system generated number, account ID. So nothing to be touched over here. So what a person who's going to do account fulfillment will do is they come here, they see the account type. Now, if you look at the drop down, we have three options. Whether it's a customer account, no, it is not. It's the admin who requested. It's an operation account or fee account. Okay, so there are two options for an owner admin staff to select whether it's operation or fee. Okay, take for example, they go with operation. Okay, it was an operation account. Now we have a field called provider name. Basically, what happens, any transaction that you do, it has to go and speak to a service provider. Fair enough. Like I don't know about MoneyGram. MoneyGram had some service provider they were integrated to, or they had their own thing. Like they were only.
I think they were having their own. I'm not sure if they had
their own. Yeah. Okay, so we have like tied up with different service providers. One is ClearBank and CFS Bank of Lithuania. This third one is a different one. Just ignore this Bank of Lithuania. For you, these two, CFS Bank of Lithuania and ClearBank. So ClearBank, if you go to the website also, you'll come to know. It's a service provider basically. So what we do, whatever transaction that we do, okay, the transaction any request that we send, it goes and hits them, and then we get the details from them. Okay, if IBAN has to be created, they will create it. Now, in this, since it's a GBP account, okay, so for GBP currency, our service provider is ClearBank. Okay, so what the user will do, they come here from the drop down, they will see, okay, it is GBP, I select ClearBank. So what it will do, if you notice, it will pre-fill all the other details. I mean, it will autofill all the other details like sort code, services offered, and bank code type, and clear bank code, pre-approved amount, and all these details. Autofill. One import, if you notice, still the save button is not enabled. Okay, the reason being, there's one more important field that they need to select, which is fee deposit account ID. The functionality is such, take for example, okay, I'll just select this fee account ID. For now, just make a note. I'll explain you why we need to select this fee account ID. This is basically an IBAN. If you see this, this is an IBAN. You understand the concept of IBAN and all?
I understand, but not very extensive level. It's for transactions which are based on the app.
Correct. See, every bank account, see in India, when you want to do a transaction, you want to send money from your bank account to another bank account. From the receiver, to whom you are sending it, what are the basic details that you ask for? You ask for account number, isn't it?
Yeah,
isn't it? You will ask for account number. So similarly, in UK for GBP, we ask for account number and sort code. Okay, and there will be an IBAN also associated for it. Okay, now just go with this. I'll just click on save. Okay, you will understand this over a period of time. Don't worry. So what happened? Fulfillment is complete. Now what it does to this request, this goes for approval. So since this same user requested, they cannot approve it. Okay, so another user has to log in and approve it. Okay, so that's one thing. I'll show you that. Then we have accounts info menu. Okay, basically, you remember this Excel, isn't it? What I showed, like there is the owner, PM, SPM.
Yes.
Similarly, we have entity search over here. Okay, we have the PM. These are all dummy values. So Spacetel and Zipcard, the two. If I select Spacetel, underneath there will be two. Voicecheck is .com. If you see, it's the same .com. This one, US. Okay. Now, so far what it does, if you notice, this is an owner, right, who's logged in. So that's why by default this will be filled in as CFS zip limited. Okay, so they will have access, since they are at the top level, they can select from PM how many accounts they have or whatever. Take for example, now they will only look at theirs. Say they do an account info query, it will list down the existing accounts, IBANs for this user or at this level. Okay. Now the same IBANs like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you will see it in this menu. There is a menu called wallets. Okay, it will list down in detail all those 5. If you click on any of them, it will list down list of transaction, completed transaction for this account. I clicked on this 10 USD and the IBAN is this. Okay, and if there are any pending transactions, you click on this button. Currently it doesn't have any. Okay, pending means what? Why the transaction will be pending? Because either it's waiting for approval or it's gone to ClearBank or Bank of Lithuania, but it's still being processed. Okay, so that time it will show as pending over here, right? Now if you see this one, this account I clicked, see this is a transaction that was done, it is still processed. That's why it is shown under pending transaction. Click on view details, see the details, sender, receiver, additional details, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'll do, I'll send you an invite to this thing.
Okay.
So you can just play around with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. That makes sense, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It makes
So yeah. So can you give me a user ID that I can send an invite?
sense. So you need my email address.
Yeah, you'll need a lot of email IDs. Huh? I'll tell you honestly. If you look at this screen, no, this is something I use. Okay. So what I do, I have different user IDs I created from different emails. Uh, Sometimes I log in, I create a new one, corporate and all.
Uh-huh.
So just have 5 or 6, email IDs
Sure.
ready.
Okay. It
Huh?
doesn't have to be the this. I can give the Gmail ID also.
You can give Gmail. We can do as a good trick. All these levels. No, I'll give you this Excel. In all these levels, there will be a admin or staff user, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for that, you use one common email ID. Okay, you give me an email ID, I'll send you an invite from here, an invite from here, an invite from here. So what it will do, it creates a username.
Right.
So if you notice, this is the username.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
but the email was, if you look at the email I gave was this, srihayes@gmail.
Okay.
The same one, I'm using it somewhere else. Here, see, here. Here the username is different at this SPM level. Okay, so that's a different process. So what I suggest for now, currently you have an email, right?
Yes, I do.
Your company email you have.
Yes, I do have a company email.
Okay,
Let
let me just see.
me just
Can you share it if you don't
yeah.
mind? Okay, I think I got it. Is it this one? Yeah, Dhruva Patak @cfsziptech.com.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, there is a menu called invite user.
Mm.
I'm going to send you an invite from here. Now, before sending, I'll show you something. What I do, I enter your email ID. But if you see, this button is not enabled because you have to select a role. What kind of a role are you sending in? Okay. So for that, before I send, I just quickly explain you what these roles are. You see different menus over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a full list of menu. Okay. But it need not be in this owner company. Some user may not need all the menus. They may not have any purpose to do with those menus. Like for example, some users will only approve. They don't need to have access to requesting an account. Some people, users may no may only do transaction. Okay, they don't need to have access for example, user profile. Okay, so we can restrict it by going to a menu called under configuration. We have user role permissions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see all the users you saw, right? At invite user, the roles. These are the ones. Okay, wait, I'll show you. Where is, yeah, you see this 1 2 3 4 8
Yeah.
9 10 11. These were created. Yeah, where is it? In this, those are basically roles. So what it does, like for example, I'll click on RAM demo. You click on it. If you see at the bottom, it will list down the menu and sub menus. These are nothing but what you see on the left hand side. Okay, so we can create a menu sub menu and save it. And when you come to invite user, you select, okay, this user I will only give this role, so he will only have access to so and so menus. Okay, now for you, I don't want to restrict it. What I'm gonna do, I think I create a system admin, okay, as a role which has every menu.
Okay.
This is what I've logged in as my user ID. Okay, this is tagged to this role. Okay, so I'm gonna go double check. Everything is checked, isn't it? System admin. So I'm going to go to invite user, select your email, and select system admin. Right?
Okay.
You're with me, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm very well.
Yeah, perfect. So see, Dhruva, what happens, when I click invite user, right? Everything will happen at your end
Okay.
from here. Okay. So before I do, I'll show you. We have some videos over here. Okay, for any user onboarding,
Okay.
you can just search user onboarding or anything. Okay, I'll just go for corporate user onboarding. It's pretty much same. So if you click over here, I don't know you can hear any audio. So it will show you. Okay. These are different functionality. Okay, I think this
Okay.
is of no use. So what I wanted to show, once we send an invite, what happens? Okay, you get an invite, you have to click on the link, then that link will generate a username and temporary password, then you log in, and when you log in, you will be asked to set up your multi-factor authentication, that is your, on your mobile, the Google app, not Google app, Google Authenticator. You have to scan a barcode. I wanted to show that, so I'm not sure where is that video.
Okay, so you are saying that there's a video actually for all these things.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering where it went. Okay, no worries. I can guide you. Okay, let's start with invite user. So I'm clicking on it. I'm selecting the role. Okay.
Okay.
This is the role. I'm sending you an invite. It will show a message creating staff user. So then you get a success message. The sign up was successful. Please identify yourself by clicking on a verify link sent to the registered email. Okay, actually this is wrong. This message is not meant for this user. This is for the user who's going to receive. That is you. Okay. Now, can you log into your email? If you can share your screen, I can guide you what to do.
Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll share you this Excel as well. That can be referred anytime.
Are you able to see my screen?
It's loading. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. See, you got this email, isn't it?
Yeah.
Before you click, let me just explain you. You will, whenever you are getting an invite, right? It will always be with this email, no reply @verification email.com. And the message will be standard. Thank you for registering. Username and password will arrive in 2 separate emails shortly. Click here to receive that. So just click now on the link. So you get a message, your registration has been confirmed. Okay. Now you go back to the inbox. You see there are 2 new emails, isn't it? So first time login. You can either use your email or username, but I would suggest always use username. The reason being, sometimes you may use the same email as
for different users.
Yeah. Excellent. I think you recollect now how the system works. Huh?
Actually, onboarding process is almost same for all, kind of.
Yeah, it's not,
have
big
to-
rocket science or anything. I agree, totally agree. So, save this user name somewhere, okay?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the reason why. Because you may not remember after a while. 1 or 2 users, okay, but then after a while, okay, now you got. Do you have any authenticator app on your phone? Yeah.
I can use Microsoft Authenticator as well, right?
You can use anything. Great.
So for all usernames, there will be authenticator, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
That's
Got it.
something. Yeah. So, and each time you log in,
Hmm.
you will have to keep your phone next to you
Got it. Got it.
and enter the authenticator code. It doesn't copy like that, isn't it? Double click. Yeah, for security reason, we had to keep such a combination. So what happened, whenever a new user comes in, we are asking, we are not directly giving them access. We need their
Mhm.
KYC documents.
Got it.
Click on yes. So you have any dummy PDF documents you can upload? Yeah, just go to, yeah. So this is what happens. You have to go to settings, click on that, enter your enter. You can enter any dummy name,
Mhm.
Enter.
Can you tell any zip code of yours?
Yeah, just put AP10 space 3AB, just to look it, make it look real. You can just put anything, not be original.
Mhm.
Is that your date of birth? Actual?
No, I just put it.
Okay, no worries.
Next.
Yeah, save it next time. You can use the same and auto populate. Right. So what happens, this screen, soon we are
Mm.
going to redesign this. But for now, what it does, if you see on top, we have a proof of ID and proof of address that we are asking the
Mhm.
user.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's something, configured from the backend. Okay. So currently, so if you look down, what are those proof of ID they can upload and proof of address, that is also configured. So you can see there are two options for proof of ID, a utility bill and a passport, and two options for proof of address, utility bill and credit card statement. And if you look at the way you start is you start from selecting a date, issue or expiry date.
Mm.
So if it is a proof of address, basically it's always an issue date. And if it is a proof of ID like passport, it will have
Okay.
a expiry date.
Mhm.
So you can start with the top one, proof of address, utility bill. Yeah, selecting the date. You can yeah. Okay, so the date format is invalid. It says there's another way you can do. You can click on the calendar.
Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, if you see the reason why it doesn't allow you anything prior to this date, because next to that you see the document validity issued no earlier than
No earlier.
this
Yeah.
date.
Got
Yeah,
it.
so that's the furthest we can go. So if you see the upload button got enabled, and if you see at the bottom on the list, one of the options has gone for proof of address. The reason being,
Mm.
you only have to upload one, and out of the two, you selected one, so other one
Okay.
is not needed. So
Okay.
that goes off. Okay.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. Now you can click on upload, and if you have any dummy documents, you can upload it.
Upload my CV.
Okay. That's your CV, isn't it?
That is for public view only, so it's fine.
Okay. Right. So if you see over here, the timestamp is done. Now, out of the two options, proof of ID, you still have one proof of ID to upload, isn't it? That's why the two options are still there.
Mm.
What I would suggest, click on that passport option. I'll tell you the reason why. You see, there is a button upload for second option, but for passport, we have select. Okay. The reason being, for passport and driving license, right? Just click on select. We are giving the user an option to upload the front and back side. Let me share some dummy PDFs to you.
Yeah, I can create right now. I don't
You
have,
can
but
create. Right now you don't have, but yeah, for this testing, no, I'll
yeah.
just share now so that it's easy to.
Should I say yes?
One moment. Not looking at your screen. You uploaded, yeah? See,
Yeah.
now what happens, it's asking whether you want to upload the backside as well. It's not mandatory. If user clicks yes, it will give an option to upload. If they click no, it will come out of this. You can click no. It's okay. You can try it again. Click OK. So what happens, at the bottom, the next button is enabled.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is uploaded. If you see on the top, you see a tick mark.
Yeah.
Doc needed, both doc uploaded, and pending for approval.
Mm-hmm.
You can click on next.
Okay. I'll click on.
Yeah, you can click OK. Do the approve because you can't approve. See, if you see, you get an email.
Mm.
It says uploaded, okay, not approved.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
And then it will.
So what will happen? post approval also you'll get an email. So I'll show you the approval process as well. Just bear with me. I will share the screen. Okay, just to let you know, daily we have a team meeting, a call at around 12:30 UK time.
Okay.
Okay, so I believe the time difference is now what, 4:30, 4.5 hours.
Yeah, around that only, correct. Perfect.
Yeah. So I'll send you the meeting invite right away. We are on call.
सार्थक आवाज कम करो ना, मीटिंग चल रहा है मेरा, दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है. Stupid fellow.
Can you check your inbox whether you got any
Yeah, got
meeting
it.
invite? Yeah, you got it, no? Just
Yeah,
save it.
Yeah, it's a-
I'm not sure. Is it for 5? What time is the call?
12:30 p.m. UK time. 5 to 5:30.
5 to 5:30 for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So that's a daily ritual we
Okay.
have every day. We
Yeah.
come here for half an hour to discuss. Okay. It's a Teams invite, so you see the link also below.
Mm-hmm.
You can always join. So
Yeah,
today
sure.
you can start. You will see all the team members.
Sure.
So before I show approval, I also forgot to tell you. We have team members. We have a developer, UI developer, Shiv. He's working from Delhi. He's based in Delhi. Then we have another two colleagues who are from, I think, Kanpur. One
Okay.
is his name is Rajat, and another girl, Sakshi.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have another colleague working from Allahabad. His name is Swapnil. So we have pretty much a good representation from North India.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all are geographically close to you, right? And then you know where Ganesh is based, right?
Yeah, he's in US, I think.
He's in US.
Yeah.
I'm in London.
Mm-hmm.
We have another colleague, Iranda. He's based in London as well, London office.
Okay.
Okay, so he's been around for a long time. So he looks after the production and steps and all. He's into pretty much a lot of things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so then who else is remaining? Yeah, we have another colleague from Canada. His name is Vasu. Okay, so he mostly is a backend developer, right? Then we have another colleague, Neha. Yeah, Neha. She's based in London. Okay, she's also a backend developer,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let me see if I missed out anyone. And yeah, Ram is also with us. He 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 is basically based in US, but currently he's in India.
Mm-hmm.
So he's logging in from India right now, but he's based out of US originally, right? So that's team. Okay, now what I'm gonna do? Let me share my screen and do the approval part. Let me know if you can see the screen. Yeah.
Yes, I can see.
You can see, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens, the way the system, whoever is uploading or requesting will not approve their own request.
Right.
Whether it's IBAN request, KYC, KYB, transaction, or anything that it goes for approval. Now, I'll come to this screen. We have a menu called approvals. Under this, we have certain items that comes for approval. One is KYC, KYB, accounts IBAN that I showed earlier, and existing accounts. If you want to modify any existing bank account, okay, details, that also goes for approval. Then this is entity. This I'll show you later, and this is transaction. For the KYC document that you uploaded, okay, I'm a different user, and as per the approval rule, okay, there is one more aspect. Okay, whatever whatever activity that comes for approval over here, it's based on an approval rule that is set. For example, you are an owner admin user.
Mm.
So for you, we have a menu called approval rules. This is where we set the rules. As usual, you see the entity
Yeah.
on top, and this is happening at owner level because you are an owner. Okay, and this is where we set the rules. So different actions. One is KYB approval, KYC approval, new account approval, that is IBAN, transaction approval. And then if you want to disable IBANs, that is bank account. If you want to edit IBANs, that is bank account. You want to suspend IBANs, and if you want to reactivate the suspended IBANs. And then we have a cards approval. Cards is still in progress. Okay. Now, for you, currently we have rules set. Okay. So I'll just query. It will list down all the existing rules for this owner level. Now, it shows all the details, the action name that I showed, performed at which level. So these rules, I'll tell you how it was set. If you click here, okay, like for example, I select new account approval, or for example, KYC approval. Then performed at which level? Owner level. Okay. Owner performed by user profile, owner staff. Okay. Then level 1. Okay. So currently, in our system, we can set 6 levels of approval for one activity, which means if there is a KYC document that is uploaded by you, it can go through 6 levels of approval.
Okay.
So, but for a bare minimum approval rule to be set, you need minimum 2 levels of approval. Okay, that's how. If you see, there is an asterisk. Okay. Now, anything that is done by owner should be only approved by owner. It cannot go a level below. Okay, but anything that program manager does can go to owner for approval. Anything that sub program manager does can go to program manager and owner also. Okay, you can have multiple combinations, but owner is simply owner. If you want to have 6 levels, 3 levels also, it should be always owner. If you want, okay, whatever, it will always be owner, any level. Okay, and when you click on add, it gets listed down over here. Since we already have one, I'm not adding it. What we can see, there are KYC approval, and there are different ones. Okay, rules. Everywhere I've set 2 levels, somewhere it is 2 or 3. But the easiest way to filter, what I do usually is go to, you see this 3 dots, it's basically a filter option we have. I type KYC, I'm interested in KYC. Now, KYC, I don't know, somebody wrongly entered this. It should not be. I'm interested in owner level. Owner admin will be there, owner staff also. Okay, so this is user who has done the KYC upload. Okay, so this is you, and you are at owner level, correct? Now, what are the approvals rules set? First level approval will be owner, second also owner, correct? So that's why I can approve because I am at owner. You can also view it.
And in notification also you get that message that someone
Yeah,
has.
we get a cumulative value, like these many things are pending, these many are,
Got
so that's something we get. Now, what I'll do, usually, in production, it won't be this much. This is a dev, that's why you see a large number. Okay, it's like dummy system, right? So we keep adding, you'll see some additional data, you'll see something, user deleted. Now, yeah. So I go here to approvals, I click on KYC. Now, I'll see at different levels, these many items are waiting. Now at level 1, 88 documents are waiting. Level 2, 26 documents are waiting. Level 3, nothing. 4, nothing. 5, nothing. 6, nothing. Now level 1, yours, it's not approved by anyone. So it will be at level 1. Okay. I can filter it by date. Yeah. You see those 2 documents? Username. I'll copy a username. Okay. click on view document. Is this the document you
Yeah,
uploaded?
correct.
Correct, isn't it? Now, this has 4 pages. User will next, next, next. Okay. If they want, if they, mostly users before they approve, they may need to consult
Correct,
or
correct.
something. Sometimes they download it. So we have a download feature. So either can accept, reject, or cancel. It will show you the user details that you entered on top. Yeah,
Okay.
these are the details you filled in. And this is the document.
Mm.
Now, if you see, we have a negative screening. Okay.
Mhm.
Basically, what it is, our system, this wallet, it is integrated with another third-party system,
Okay,
which does the compliance check.
got it.
Okay. So this is basically it's doing a negative screening. So if I click on match, it gives some request not enough credits. It's a dummy thing. So either it's a match or an unmatch. Sometimes when it is a match, the operation teams they consult internally, and they discuss whether to accept or reject. Based on whatever they discuss, either you can click on accept. What it does, your name will be entered as approval signature
Mhm.
upon clicking confirm before you confirm. So this is the username. This is what it will be showing. This is the user. Let me cancel and go back. You can either reject also. If you reject, you'll be asked to enter the reason for rejection.
Mhm.
Test, reject. Okay. Now, for your purpose, we'll accept it. So I'm going to approve. So one document, approve. Now, second document also needs to be approved, isn't it?
Correct.
Because unless and until both the documents are approved
Yeah.
at all the levels, you won't be able to move to the next step. Okay. Now let me approve this. Okay. So both the documents are approved at level 1.
Right.
And how many levels of approval we had?
2 at least.
Correct. Now if I go to level 2, this, and I filter, I won't see this. You know the reason why?
Because you are the only person. Someone else has to.
Someone else has to access in it. So now what I'll do, I'm going to do some manipulation. Okay. You access DB?
Uh, right. I don't have access right now, but I have used.
You've been using. You're familiar with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Maybe later, we'll give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
an access.
Okay, from backend from other user you can through.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm going to do, so, yeah, this is your username, isn't it?
Correct.
Right. So you have 2 documents. What I usually do, it will show the approval status. It's pending. This is the entity ID, okay, of owner. Usually any corporate or any entity, it will have an entity ID. Okay. Now, okay, this I approved. Then it is waiting for approval 2. It's still entity ID 1 because it's not approved. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a change. Okay. Now I go back, refresh, level 2. Okay, I see it over here.
Okay.
Let me approve.
Got it.
Okay. This is, just a
Yeah, got it.
makeshift process, or as we call jugaad. Okay. But in reality, it will be another user who will be doing
Yeah,
it.
got
Okay, let
it,
me
got it.
accept. Right. So what happens, I've accepted your documents. So can you check your inbox whether you got any email by any chance?
Not yet. Let me just read.
Not yet. Okay, just wait. I think there is a CloudWatch job. There is a job,
Okay.
scheduled job that we have to run. In production, it is seamless, but for testing, we don't enable that. We go and manually run it. Let me run that for you. Okay. Right. So I think if you look at your
Yeah.
inbox, yeah, you got an email,
Yeah.
isn't it? What is it? Can you just read out?
Yeah. Congratulations, your KYC approval are complete.
Great.
KYC
So
verification successful is the summary. Please log
correct.
in with
So
your
if you,
wallet.
yeah, if you can share your screen,
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
I'll guide you the next step.
So are you able to see it?
I can see. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Please go ahead. Okay. It's the same link actually. You don't need to copy paste. It's the same. It's owner level, right? So yeah, what you can do, Dhruva, I shared that Excel. You can save it there under that. So next time you'll know which one is for what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you may not use it, or it's up to you. But at least if you don't remember, you can always refer. Right. So see, you can access now.
Yeah.
You can see everything. Right. Okay. So now if you go to the last menu, wallets, you don't see any IBANs, isn't it? Isn't it? There's nothing. But
Correct.
if you recollect, my user ID had some
Yes.
IBANs,
Yes.
isn't it? The reason being, there's another functionality called mapping. Basically, certain users can only access certain IBANs. Yeah. Just one moment, okay? Just give me one moment. One.
Sure.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. I'm back. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, maybe I'll share my screen.
Okay.
I'll show you, and then you can take over. Okay. You can see the screen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So what happens? We have a menu under configuration. It's called. Oh, sorry. It's not under configuration. It's a separate menu. Mapping. You don't have access to these. You can't see anything like this, isn't it? On your user ID. Right. So what happened? It's a menu called mapping. So under that there are three submenus: accounts, staff users, and account staff users. Okay. What it does, first menu, accounts. Here, what it does, you can create a group of IBANs over here, bank accounts. And second is staff users. Over here, you can create a group of staff users. And third is you do the mapping that account staff user. So then only those users will have access to those IBANs. Okay, so this is a control check. Now, for you, you are at owner level. So it's already filled. Click on query. What it will do, it will list down the account list and account group list. Okay, either you can be added into an existing account group, okay, or either you can add a IBAN into an existing group. What we'll do, we'll create a new group. We'll keep your
Can I
name.
can I ask? So this account list is pre-populated. How this list and this account group list came from what?
Right, I'll show you how. Okay,
Okay.
account list is nothing but the list of accounts that currently this entity, CFS, zip owner
Okay,
has.
okay.
Yeah,
And
currently from the account. Since it is testing, you'll see
okay.
n number of accounts. Okay, and the first section is the name of the entity. CFS.
CFS.
This belongs to
Got
CFS.
it. Got it.
And this one is the name of the account. When we are requesting, we put some name, isn't it? So that time somebody gave this name.
Okay.
Then this is the type, operation or fee or whatever. This is a currency. Okay. So that's how it populates. And this is a group that was created over here. Many people created. Okay. I'll show you one.
Okay.
I'll give you your name. What you will do, when you want to create a new one, you give a group name first. Then from this list, account list, just select accounts. Okay. Now I'll select this, and let's select some USD. Let's see. Let's select this USD. Okay, and I click on save group.
Okay.
Group name is Dhruva account. Okay. What happens, this group list now, you'll see this Dhruva account over here. It gets added over here in the group list. If you click here, these are the list of IBANs that I just added. Okay, to this group. If you want to delete anything, feel no, I don't want this, and click on this delete account to delete from this group. If you want to delete this group itself, delete this. Let's delete this account. Okay, go back, one down. If you want to delete the group as well. Okay, that's one. Now let me add it back. I need one USD. Okay, now if you want to add to this account, you can't do it from here. You see this section over here, add account to groups? Click on that and select the drop down. Select the account group you have. So I'll select this. So what it does, it will populate all the accounts which are not in here. Excluding these ones, everything else will be here. So let me add this account to the group. Account added to the group. Now, over here, see this? It's added. So in this menu, created a accounts group. Now, this is another menu, staff users. Okay, so just ignore this two subsection for now. So we are looking at your user ID, which is Dhruva Pataka 3919. This is it, owner. So I query. What it does, similar to all the list of users at owner. Okay, so we had so many. Yours is also over here. Yeah. It's in alphabetical order. Okay. Now, these are the existing user group list. Either we can add you to this or we can create a new one. Let's create a new. Okay. Because later on you can, have multiple email. You can send invite to yourself and add from here. Yeah. Okay. Now users. Currently, we'll only select you one. Now I'll save the group. Okay, data inserted. Now, if you see,
Yeah,
it's there. And there's only one user.
Yeah.
Now I want to add one more user to this. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. What I'll do, we have a section here. Okay. What I'll do, I select the user that I want to add. Now let me search the same user that I'm logged in. Okay. Located.
Mm.
I want to add it in your user group. Okay.
Mm.
Click. This enables add user to groups. Now I come here. See, you have two users here. Now, so far okay, right? You created an account group, created a staff users. Now you have to do a mapping of these two people groups. Okay, so you come to this menu, account staff users. That's how the name is. When you query at owner level, okay, we are at owner. It will, what it will do, you remember the group list you created for Dhruva account?
Yeah.
That will be here, and it will show what are the accounts. Remember the users you created? Click that,
Okay.
it will show all the users. Now you have to map this, isn't it? So you have to give a name.
Okay. Map.
I'll give.
Mhm.
So what it does, it will map your account groups to your user groups. I'll click on save mapping.
Mm.
The moment I do that, your mapping group is
Okay.
here.
Mapping.
You click on that. What it does, it displays what is your account group and what is your user group and what are the accounts under the account group, what are the users under the account.
Mhm.
So far clear, isn't it? Now,
Got it.
if you go to your wallet menu, you may see some accounts. Can you do that?
Yeah, all the 7 you added.
You can see, isn't it? Yeah. So what I'll do, I'd suggest you just play around with it.
Mhm.
Just do some transaction or blah blah blah, and get a feel. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Sikesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Thank you.
If
Thank
anything, no, just
Mm.
message me. We'll connect. Not a problem.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
If anything to be approved, like for example, if you do a transaction, no, it may go for approval.
Mm.
So let me know. I'll approve.
Okay. Sure. I'll ping you
Okay.
whenever I need.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank
Thanks.
you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.